Good morning. You having a good chat there? um, Morning to Milo, Maltus, um, Steve, homegrown, um, Kev, the human. I think that's everybody, isn't it, at the moment? Nice little cozy get together. And me, of course. So that's five of us. Um, oh, Geren. Hey, up Geren, thank you. Geren from the States. Neil. Oh, Neil. Neil from, oh my goodness. I don't remember where Neil's from. Is it Stoke? Staffordshire? Oh my goodness, Neil. Sorry about that. I can't remember where you're from. I know it's not a million miles away. At least it's in the UK. It's in England. So morning, Garen. Morning, Neil. Um, yeah. Um, does it matter? No, I'm just looking at my OBS. I've got OBS on top chat, but I've got my little tablet there. I don't know whether you can just about see that there. Just F6, F7. I suppose I best check the cameras. Yeah, there's my tablet with the. Well, I say tablet. It's a Surface Pro with my chat on. I've had to mute the audio on YouTube as usual, but I can see the chat. And so, do you notice anything different about the chat this morning? Do you think? Oh, mine, Derby. Oh, Derby. Okay. So yeah, that's really Midland, isn't it? But yeah, I worked in Ashby de la Zouch for a time. That's not a million miles away from Derby. Little village with a Arla Foods plant there, which I worked on for a short time as a designer. Unmarked town next to Hull. Lovely. I bet it's another little place. Hello. So, yeah, what we're doing this morning. I suppose, yeah, lav mic works. I've got a bit of a. Oh, I just want to check the audio really. Yeah, Reaper audio's going. Yeah, it was a trek down the M50. So from the M6, you go on the M50 almost to the M1, which is a fun. Well, perhaps not for so fun. When you get two lorries, one trying to overtake a slow lorry being overtaken by a faster lorry, and taking up the dual carriageway for the next 20 minutes or 10 minutes. But yeah, whatever. Driving. I was watching Davy saying about driving. I hate driving too, to be honest. Yeah, so we've got a bit of modular. Got the got my reverb this morning. Let's go to Reaper quickly. Not a lot going on here really. Because I've got hardware reverb set up, I have a reverb in which I generally put an EQ on it just to just so that I cut off any low level frequencies into the reverb. I don't want to put reverb on the bass really, generally speaking. So what we're doing today. Well, I was chatting with Malta last night, Klaus M, about what I could do today, and he came up with this rather handy thing off Chat GPT, which looked quite professional, and would have worked well with for somebody who knew what they were doing. But I'm going to probably struggle with something as scripted and as organised as that. But as the title of the stream suggests, it's a modular patch from scratch. So as you can see, I've not really anything plugged in. That was just to make sure I had noise going through to Reaper. Morning, Luke. You all right? So I've got two people from the US of A this morning now. Garen and Luke. So yeah, patch from scratch is the sort of the link today. Let's get up off my big fat backside. Find any synths. He's got loads of synths. Check out Luke's YouTube channel for sure. Lots of great stuff on there. Educational, entertaining, to say the least. Right. Let's just see if we've got anything from the West Pest this morning. I've turned him on, but I didn't turn him on till later, so it should be okay. Doesn't take that long to tune up. Bottom line is, yes, we do have some noise from the West Pest. Octave up. There you go. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention this morning. I mean, ideally I should be practicing in the week for this. So, having done a live stream on the previous Saturday, I should really be thinking about what I'm going to do for the next one. Not just for you guys, but for me as well. But yeah, the last couple of weeks has been pretty intense, as it sometimes becomes with me, just the way I do things. And I was working on a track for the assemblage. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've heard some people saying assemblage, but whatever. Maybe it's French. I'll just share actually. Just share because I have got the. Oh, morning, Tony. Good to see you. Wait a minute. Kev's lost his CS80. Well, if I find it, I might tell you I've got it. Might. Yeah, so assemblage. So yeah, I'm assuming you can see this. Bit of a plug, really, I suppose. I do have a vested interest in this particular label. As the name at the top suggests, it's a Sinfera sort of little arm of some Sinfera, who do ambient chill sort of music. They've got some quite morning, Klaus K. You all right, mate? Yeah, and Sinfera, they have a Discord channel, like a lot of places now. Discord seems to be the place to hang out lately, for some of us anyway. And every so often, every 2 months or so, they release an album of various artists. So basically, these are all artists that are not signed up to Sinfera or Exosphere. Exosphere is the other link. Synthera and Exosphere, for those who don't know, it's a label um, set up by Chris Bryant and Don Tyler. Chris Bryant being Signs of Life, for those who know. Don Tyler, um, uh, Remote Vision. I forgot that. Yeah, so Don Tyler is his solo um, act, or if band, or whatever you want to call it. Label thing is Remote Vision. He's somebody who does some good stuff. I like Don's stuff. I like Chris's stuff as well, obviously, but yeah. Um, yeah, so we all kind of we work on a track to get put onto one of these albums, and I've only ever done one on the first one, and I can't play it because if I play it, I'll get a copyright strike. But I don't know whether you can see on the screen there, track number 4. I can't pronounce that. New Opiuchi. That was the end title. The working title was "Am I There Yet?" or "Are we there yet?" But I was told to change it, so there's a reason for that. Yeah, so I mean, this one track that I did. When was this released? January. Okay, so January 2023. So that was the first one that was released. Obviously, but then we worked on it for the first or the last couple of months in 2022. I can post a link. May I post a link? Yeah, so I could make you an administrator, Luke, if you want that, or I could just post it. Let me do that. So let's just open up. But so do you mean this Infera Discord or the I don't know. Let's have a look. What do I do for Discords? Do we go to invite people? Invite people? No, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get the link. Tell you what I'll do. Because I'm going to make you an administrator or a moderator. Add as moderator. Chat messages. Hide or put users in. No, okay. I don't know whether to make you a managing moderator or a standard moderator. Let's try standard for now. Let me have a look. I posted it. Well, I think I've just given you. There you go. You are now a spanner man, Luke. So just see if you can post a link to that. I don't know how to. I'm must on the. Sorry for this, Bath guys. I don't know how to get a link off Discord. How annoying. I'm a bit thick. There you go. Okay, so that's worked. Yeah. So I hang out there. Luke hangs out there. Maltus is on there as well. Anyway, so booze and protein bars. I can see it, Luke. So that should work. I reckon. Anyway, so what the reason I was showing you this, I was sort of showing you partly because I can show off that if you wanted to listen to one of my tracks that you won't hear anywhere else, then you'd need to go to this one. I'll copy this link into the chat. So that's where you'll find the album that I've got a track on. And the latest one obviously isn't up yet, but people are starting to post tracks now on the assemblage. Sorry, yeah, in the assemblage channel. In that particular Discord. So if you wanted to listen to my current track, you could do there. I am not allowed. I'm not actually allowed to share my track here now because it's just part of the terms and conditions that when we submit anything for the assemblage, wherever, we are not allowed to publish any part of that track anywhere else on the internet. So, yeah, that's that then. Anyway, so that is what I was working on. I mean, I was working on it until just after 11 o'clock last night, thereabouts. And then another half an hour or so, just tidying it up, doing a little bit of mastering. I use mastering in the loosest possible sense of the word. And posted it up on the Sinfera Discord on last night. So it's a private link to SoundCloud if you wanted to hear it. Suggesting that you want to. Yeah, I use Vital Klaus. It's a free wavetable synth. It's a good one. I won't be looking into it here. Morning, Keith. Because we're all modular this morning. Anyway, he says. I'm going to put some more tracks. I'm going to sort of, let's get 6 tracks. Just so that I've got 6 inputs ready for whatever I do over on the modular. Duplicate. So that should be mod 1, mod 2, mod 3, mod 4. Mod 5. Mod 6. I'll put reverbs on all of those. Just chunder into myself here. I'm also going to add an elements track as well. So that's pretty much all of my modular stuff all set up now. In good old Reaper. Okay. Chat's down there, isn't it? I'm not really sure about that, to be honest, but I can't see it anywhere else. So let's take the keyboard off. Keyboard out of the way. Got my blind closed this morning, so this is like a sort of winter sort of setup or an evening setup. So the mini brutes are stand this morning for the chat because I'm not using a mini brute today. So I should have some. There's Probably do a tuning there actually. Yeah, let's tune that. In fact, I've got... This should work actually if I turn that off. Just tuning in again. Excuse me. So if I drop something into the tune room and the tune up. I've not tried this way before. So basically I've got a tuner track and then I can just drag inputs to it. So I'm not having to put tuning everywhere. I probably should have done it a long time ago. Yeah. So that's that. That's elements taken care of. Because whatever happens today, I will probably plug the key step into elements just to have a bit of a play on that at some point. But what do I do now? And this is what I was scratching my head over last night, really. And oh, hold on. I've not heard of vaporizer. Yeah, interesting. But I do have Vital. And so what are you saying, Klaus? That you've got a preset pack? Right. Yeah, that's the trouble. I mean, preset packs. It's a funny one, that, because I very rarely use them. Very, very rarely. When I was a patron of Signs of Life, I downloaded some of his preset packs and I never used them, apart from one track that I've got on SoundCloud where I used a load of presets that he created during a stream last year sometime. So yeah, I tend to just make my own. So wrong channel to diss Modular. You can diss Modular if you want, honestly. This isn't for everybody. In fact, I'm surprised I get so many non-Modular viewers, really. Yeah. What have we got? What have we got to that camera there? One of the things I should do, and it's called Modular Practice, this, because what I could very easily just plug what I know into, what I know, oscillator into filter and sequences into the. I know all that stuff. I need to go back to stuff that I've not used for a while, and one of those things is the Instruo Harmonig, which is what is it exactly? Well, what the Harmonig does is it takes a single pitch CV in and gives you 4 pitch CVs out, based on. So you've got a root, a third, a fifth, and a seventh. So obviously whatever CV comes into the input. Where is it? That's the input there. Sorry, I was pointing to something else. That's the input. So that will come straight out of the root. And then you've got a third, a fifth, and a seventh. And I had a bit of fun with it to begin with. And there's a track of mine on YouTube called Summer Garden, which uses the Instruo to get a split of notes, and I don't know, it worked quite well. But then I don't know whether something, as it warms up or something, I don't know. But I wasn't happy with the tuning that I got out of it, and there are there are trim pots. I need to sort of maybe I need to get in touch with Jason Lim, who does the Instruo stuff, and ask for some kind of advice on what to do with this, because it stopped behaving so well. But what I might do with this morning is I might have a bash. I might have a bash with it. And I suppose if I'm going to think of using, I probably won't use a seventh, but I'll go, if I look at the root third and fifth, so I want 3 oscillators. And for ease, I'm probably just going to go with 3 distinct oscillators this morning. So let's have a bit of a dabble with that. And what I might have to do a bit later on is just live in my yeah. Absolutely, Neil. Yeah, don't get modular. It's just watch me faff around with it, and I don't know. It's like it is a bit of a rabbit hole. I mean, we all go, oh my goodness, that third wave, it's far too expensive. But I dare not tell you how much I've spent on this thing. It is just, yeah, don't want to go there. Val might have tuned in by now. No, don't go down the modular rabbit hole, wormhole, whatever. This is not what I'm about. I'm not an influencer, so I'm not suggesting for a minute that you delve into this stuff. But I've got it, so I've got to make use of it, and that's what this is all about, basically. Let me just do some. Let's do some tuning. I guess what I could do then, just go into Reaper. I'm showing a builder's crack in that camera. Maybe I should go to this camera. Right. Making sure I've not missed anybody. Yeah. So let's tune some oscillators, and I'll just do everything in C. Let's get these up to. Can't read these outputs, but anyway. And what I'll probably do with these, because that's quite a harsh, let's turn that down a bit. That'll be a sawtooth. So what I'll do is I'll yeah. So that's that one. Now, and this is where it gets a bit interesting in a way. I have a lot of filters now, actually, because I bought the 2 Ivos very early this year. At the same time as I bought the Lorelei. Yeah, I had a bit of an expert sleepers spending spree. So, I mean, I could. Well, actually. Yeah, I mean there are many ways around this now. So what I could do, because what the intention is, I'm going to use the Instruo Harmony to drive the pitch for 3 separate oscillators, and I could either put all of those straight into a mixer. Then the output from the mixer can then go into a filter and then a VCA. Or I could decide to put each individual output into its own filter and then into a mixer. And then I would only need one. If I go into the mixer, I only need one input into Reaper. The other option is I don't use the mixer at all, and I just go 3 oscillators into 3 filters, a couple of because um I've got at least 3 VCAs. I've got 4 actually. I've got a linear VCA and an exponential VCA. So and then I've got the dual VCA here, which doesn't have any knobs on it. It's just purely CV. So yeah, many options there. So what's the easiest? I suppose the easiest is just one filter, and then yeah, let's do that. Let's just do one filter, and then I will once I've got Harmony working and doing something I want, I'll then think about splitting the voices up across different filters. So oh yeah, definitely Steve. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because what you got to factor in, like, so let's go back to the 80s or even back to 2000. So just as an example, back in say, well, I got this in 1997, the JP 8000. Far from being a flagship synth, but in 1997, sorry, 1997, I bought this. Um, it was, was it 1100 quid, something like that. That was a fair chunk of money then. In today's terms, you're probably looking at something like getting on for nearly 2 grand for one of these in equivalent money, if you like. So probably more. I don't know. I don't know what the. I'm not a financial person, so right. So let's use um, an exponential mixer. Let's do that. So I need to get all the bees, not the wasps, just the bees. Sawtooths into the exponential mixer. Input 1. Input 2. Input 3. I'll wind all these up to the full at the minute just to, and then I'll take an output and put that into say, well, let's just try that first. So this will be, so at the moment that's 3 oscillators. So let's turn these down. So that's input 1, input 2, input 3. Okay, so that's that. What filter? Let's use the Ivo. Save that cable for later. So output into input. That could be a short one, can't I? Why does it matter what cables I use? Well, I tend to use the shorter ones if I can do, and leave the big ones for going far and wide. Money, money, money. Yeah. I watched a channel called Pro Synth Network now, and which a couple of you will be aware of. And we're looking at all these like new synths each week, and I'm thinking, I can't even afford these things. I can't afford one of them. Never mind 6. So, and I don't think they can either. But we like to talk about the stuff, I suppose. Right, out, filter out. I probably need a slightly longer one. I probably don't actually. I can probably get one of those there. Mumble, mumble. Let's turn that volume down. So no cutoff. Sorry, full cutoff, should I say? So if I turn that volume up. There you go. So the next thing is, am I doing this right? So how does it even work? I suppose what I should do is let's get a sequence going. And what I'm going to do in the mixer, I'm going to turn down the volumes for the second and third oscillators. And what I need to do now is where it gets a bit cable management-y. I suppose I could just use... Let's get those pitches patched in. So I need the root. I'll put the root into that one. The third into that one. And then the fifth into that one. And we're getting... I need some little strappy things. What do I? Probably not just yet. I could have tied them up to there. Yeah, he says. I've got these little daft Velcro things which came as they were on some cables that I bought, which I never, the cables just got used elsewhere. So I thought, well, I'll keep those because they might come in handy. So they just strap on like that. Hey, I look organised. Right, I can't keep up with you, chat. Can't keep. I've got to concentrate on this. Get some sounds out. So, pitch CV. I need to get a pitch CV into this. So, what's the best way of doing this? I know what. Let's use the what's the name for this? Arturia. So no, just pitch at the moment, no gate. So we're just changing the pitches. So if I put a pitch in there, oh yeah, need to. Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting. That. Let's just put that into. So I think so. That must be moving it up an octave because if I put that back in. Oh, here we go. All right, okay. Oh, yes. I should have left the inversion en route. So, yeah, there's a number of controls on this. Let's put the... I keep changing these cameras, but to be honest, it really doesn't matter because you can't see the thing anyway. There are 3 main knobs on the Harmony, and this first one on the left here, the top left one, you control the inversion. So you can either manually select an inversion, so you can see or hear. Turn the room off. So I don't know why the first and the second are the same. But you've got the root inversion, the first inversion, second and third inversion. So that was why it was changing the octave, the note. It's putting a octave higher. Now the other one is voicing. This is, you know, I suppose this is where I struggle with this, because there's quite a bit of musical theory in here, and you know, Jason did a brilliant job, really, in a way, of creating a module that basically is supposed to create 3 or 4 note chords in musical scales. So yeah, quite a feat in itself, really. So anyway, this second, or the lower one on the left here, it's called voicing, and I really don't know. I need to hit the manual, but I'm going to leave it down at what I can assume is the default. And then you've got this thing here, which produces like I think this produces whether it's you know, a minor 7, a major 7, I'm just waffling. So if well, that's interesting. So although I'm turning this knob, nothing's happening. If I turn that, oh, there you go. Ah, right, okay. No idea what that does. So I don't know. There's a 0 here. Perhaps I'll leave it on that for now. I'll probably even turn. I don't know. Oh, I see. I don't know. Oh yeah, classic RTFM. Classic. Oh, Dave. Hiya, Dave. Good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so bit of a disaster, this one, I guess, in a way, because I don't know what I'm doing. I've decided to pick up a module that I've not used in a while, and basically I'm just struggling with it. So I might have to hit the manual at some point. But I tell you what I'll do now, because I've turned all those others down. Let me increase the volume of all the oscillators and see what comes out when I play a single note. There you go. Now, this is where it all gets a bit too much for me. And I might, you know, where am I? Over there. In another 5 minutes' time, I might be pulling all this out and doing something else. I might just do a drone. But you can hear, you know, there's something happening. But it's not. Oh. You can see these lights here. See how they light up? So they follow my keys. So, root to 5th it works. It seems to sound nice. When I do a root to, say, a 3rd, so I'm just selecting different options around this wheel here. Oh my goodness. And yes, but let's have a look at a few more of these bits and pieces here. I'm not too sure exactly what the diatonic does, but there's a CV input on here, so you can use CV to change whatever the selections are on here. And I'm sure that would be most interesting if you knew what you were doing. There's a transpose here. And I think you've got to turn it on with this switch here for it to work, but okay, so there's that. Oh, and you know, this is not a tutorial or a run through. This is more for my benefit than anything else. What was I going to say? Yeah, just trying to catch up with the chat, but you're all doing well. Yeah, I think so, Steve. Yeah. I don't know whether anyone knows Jason Lim. He's one talented guy. He knows his stuff. And if you ever watch any of his videos where he's showcasing his many modules, he's got quite a few modules now. Complex oscillators, samplers, effects, utilities. He's got a lot of stuff, and the harmony. So yeah, I need to dig out the manual really. I suppose what I should really have done was done a little bit of practice beforehand, try to learn again, relearn what I've lost basically. Now about these keys here then, so what you can do actually, so let's say I don't want to play any say black notes, I can turn those off. Now that'll change stuff entirely now, right? So I'm basically I've now rooted that in a C major, because I've just turned all the black notes off. C major or A minor or whatever. If I go up the keys here, I think yeah, so by turning off the black notes on here, it's not making any sense. That it's not picking up the black notes that I play on my key step either. Yeah. Right. So the next thing to do, instead of just putting a keyboard in, let's just try a little bit of sequencing. And what I'll do is I'll turn the internal, external, I'll put it onto internal clock. And so I'm going to use, let's put the BPM down to say, I don't know, whatever, 80 BPM. And there you go. So let's see what happens when I bung some pitch CV out of Metropolis. No gate yet. We'll do that in a bit. There you go. Let's put that into there. What scale am I on? Major. So I'm major on the Metropolis, so it's only picking major notes. Now, there is one feature on here. I don't really can see it. There's a little output there for gate, and it basically what it works on is you could send. In fact, I think you can send. Yeah, well, let's do that. Let's just send in an LFO. Because I think this is right. One of the features of the Harmony is it's a quantizer. So if I put in, say, a sine wave, and I think, yes, there's a trim knob here which effectively attenuates the range of the CV in. So at the moment it's on max. So if I turn this down, it limits the range of the LFO. And this is just a feature. This is not saying this is how I would use it necessarily, but what I'm trying to show here, I guess, to myself as well is every time, so you can hear like the stepped, you can hear the step notes. Every time the Harmony detects a change in notes, it outputs a gate. So what I could use that to, I could put that gate out into one of my envelope generators. Gate. So now let's put this into a VCA, and we'll put it into this one here. So this is one of my simple dual VCAs. Signal out, and then I'll put the gate of this thing out into the VCA. Yeah. Not what I would call musical as such. And because it's an LFO, sorry, it's a sine wave. Let's try it. Let's try a triangle. Probably too much reverb. Let's turn some of that reverb down. Hey up, Elias. Thanks for joining. Right, okay. So anyway, so what we've got there is we've got the Harmony generating a gate, but that can be a little bit hit and miss. And I'll have to remember what I did with that, because I think I have done a patch with the, if I actually, on that summer garden video, let's put this, let's get professional, eh? Let's have this camera changing around, make it look like I'm a YouTuber. Except I have to keep going. Which camera? Which camera? You know, like John Travolta. What film was that? Yeah. So, yeah, that summer garden. I could probably look at how I've got stuff patched up, but you know, because I do a video of the video uses footage from views on my modular and views of the garden. That's why it's called Summer Garden. Anyway, so let's put that back into there. And it needs a gate now, don't we? So we need the gate from there into the gate input. Well, you know. Usable? I don't know. I guess so. Let's try some of these inversions. Maybe I've just not chosen the best of notes. I tell you what, I've got some learning to do, but I think you get the drift. We have someone at the door. Where's my keys? Hold on, I'm back in a bit. Oh, there. Back. There you go. Parcel for next door. Hey up, Erwin. Is it frozen? Oh, let's have a look. It seems to be going here. Oh, I had so much trouble last weekend, didn't I? And I had a right stressful call with Talk on the Monday because I was trying to work and it went down twice in the morning. The second time I went down, I phoned up Talk and I mean, you can't speak to people that way, can you? But oh my goodness, I just had to. I felt like I really wanted to try not to swear and stuff. Oh, Dave, yeah, well, you know, I'm surprised no one's mentioned the missing items yet. Unless you have, and I've just not seen it in the chat. So, yeah. What's missing this morning? It is a little bit tidier, because at the same time as moving out some items, I had a bit of a tidy up down there. This is kind of a bit tidier. Actually, so Dave, do you mean like this sort of stuff as well? I don't know. When was you last here? I think you've seen all this lot, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah. Flat Eric at the moment is. Can you see it? Yeah, there he is. Next to the whatever his name is, Orange Ted or whatever. The Tango Teddy. Yeah. Keith in Watford's colours. Needs a bandana on his head. Yeah. So, where the hell were we? Are you okay now, Erwin? Exorbital. Is it unfrozen? Seems to be looking okay to me on me little Surface Pro view. What on earth? So you've been listening to this for about 5 minutes, haven't you? Poor guys, poor guys. So what should I do now? Let's try this voicing. Don't know. I'm going around the little wheel bit here, the wheel of death. I'm just twiddling. So yeah, I mean, I've just got too much to do, haven't I? I've just got too much to do because I think what I did at one point, because I got that disgruntled with what was because some of the pitch outputs weren't behaving how I wanted it to. I ended up putting each of these CV outputs into its own another quantizer. That was the word I was looking for. So yeah, a bit yeah. What's the point of that? This is supposed to be a quantizer. It's just a quantizer that I just can't get my head around. Let's take that though. You know, rather than just completely abort this. What I'm going to do now is rather than put them into a mixer, I'm going to put them into their own filters. So let's have a bit of a change around here now. Let's take all these out of the... And probably... So where are these from? Because I can use shorter cables. So what I'm going to do now is, again, so I can just use one input going into my DAW. I'm going to use 3 separate filters. So let's put the root into. I'll just go into the Polyvox and. Of course, I need to. That could have been probably a much shorter one, couldn't it? Which one have we used there? Oh, it is a shorter one. No, it's just. Oh my goodness. The man's trying to stream here. He doesn't hang around. Yeah. I've got it. I can't do a long story. I'm doing a live stream. Alright, cheers, Dave. Yeah, okay. Have a good time. See you now. Oh my goodness. Right, here we are again. Another interlude over. That was my next door neighbour. So the parcel that was dropped off 10 minutes ago was not for us, it was for them, our neighbours, and that was the neighbour coming round. And the poor guy, he wanted to have a chat, and I'm going, sorry Graham, I'm in a live stream. I'm dead important, me. Oh yeah, okay. So I'll have to apologise to him later, because I'm not important at all. More like impotent. Right, where are we? Oh, Will. Morning, Will. Kaz, sneaking in there while I'm out at the door. Well, what can I say? This is all going a bit... Where was I? Filters. Yes. I was looking for a cable, wasn't I? That's right. Oh, there it is. Oh. Output. Flipping heck. Output, right, okay. Let's put that into the mixer. The mixer. Come on. Output into VCA, right? Okay, so that can still go. Signal in, signal from there. Signal. I can use a shorter cable for that. You get back up there. That's okay. Right, there you go. Output into signal in. And eventually I'll get some sound out of this thing because it's playing. There you go. There you go. So, very clicky, very clicky. Let's put a bit of a sack on that. There you go. Get rid of the clicks. Wow, so where shall we send the other one? Let's send that other one into Wasp audio in. There you go. And we'll go out from Wasp into the mixer. And that should be okay, that. This isn't going very well, but you know. Actually, I'm wondering why, although I'm turning the decay up, excuse me, I don't know. Are these modules breaking, or is it me that's breaking? Right. There you go. That was why. Anyway, right, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, LSD. Certainly feels like it at the moment. So now I've got two sequences going on. Yeah. Let's get the third one going. And we're going to one of the Ivos input. Output. So, yeah, kind of okay. But what I'm going to do now is I want to put some LFO into let's put another one into the cut-off of Waspiruni. And another one into the cut-off. So I wonder why I couldn't say that one. That's quite quiet, isn't it? I wonder why that's so quiet. So, output, going into the input. Oh yeah, I did this last week. Put it into the wrong input. Ivo has two inputs. The second input's got a trimmer on it, or attenuator. Okay, let's turn those others up. Let's limit some more of these notes, see what happens. Oh, sorry, Milo. Are you off? Sorry, mate. Didn't see you. Not keeping up with chat. Hello, Grace. Oh my goodness. So what have I done here? How long have we been on? Oh my goodness. An hour and 16 minutes. Well, apart from going and getting a parcel for the next door neighbour, answering the door twice, I'm trying to use Harmonic. Just one of those modules that I've had for a while, and I did get some use out of it earlier on, but then stopped using it for some reason. I got disgruntled with with its quantizing features ability. And I just stopped using it. I was having trouble tuning it. I ended up having to use a second load of quantizers just to keep the 3 outputs in tune. So I don't know what I was doing there. Just changed the root position there, basically. You know, that's kind of okay, isn't it? The problem with it is, it's a very... There's no syncopation going on. So although I've used up 3 notes, just passing by, that's okay, yeah. Yeah, 3 notes. And they're all just playing on the beat. It's just... What I need to suss out is getting a second sequence in there. That's gonna syncopate to this main sort of like chord sequence, which is what it is really at the moment. It's playing, you know, it's playing 3 notes. So let's have a bit of a faff with elements a minute. See if this can inspire me. Good. Too noisy, isn't it? Too loud. It does, Grace, yes, and I do have another. I have a sequential switch, which is another little used thing lately. Yeah, I mean, when I bought the sequential switch, it's the ADAC 206, I think, is what I'm reading there. Fantastic clock divider. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this. I've also got, actually, what I should have mentioned, I've got pressure points here with brains, and that in itself can also be a sequencer. Should I do that? I just want to have a little play with this. A happy ditty. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Let's... Yeah, it was a good show that the other night. Watched the Graces, Grace and Andy. Some great live. I mean, it was Tangerine Dream, wasn't it? It was Tangerine Dream very much. Early Tangerine Dream, like Rubicon Phaedra sort of era, with the choice of some of the sounds early on. Now then. What if I took a clock out of here and put it into the clock inner brains? Okay. How do I... There's a gate out for this, isn't there? How on earth do I get this gate out? It's one of these. Oh, it might be. I think this is the pitch TV here. So I think it's one of these two here. Oh my goodness. So I mean, I've got to RTFM for harmony, then RTFM for brains and pressure points. Let's just see if I'm getting a gate out of here. I'm not. So what about that one? Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay. That's interesting. It's only giving me a gate on every downbeat. So that's annoying. How do I get separate gates out of this? Surely I haven't got to put all these... I mean, maybe I should just take the clock. Actually, now here's a thing. What if I bring in the chance delay? Yeah, let's put the clock into the chance delay. Input, and then I'll take the output from that. No, this isn't going to work. It's the same thing. So how on earth did I do this? Goodness me. Goodness me. Let's put that into there anyway. That's a short cable. I want a slightly longer one. Yeah, I need to be able to... Perhaps I've just got to mult that up. That's what I've got to do. Because... the reason being... Has that got on your nerves yet? Erwin, you don't know me well enough. You need to go back a bit in my timeline. I am the master of happy music. So, just scratching the wax out my ear. Oops, didn't need to know that, did you? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to use for now. One of the little star things. Out from there, and then I need to take one into... In fact, I can probably use a slightly longer... Which one have I used there? Just a slightly longer black one. I don't know. Sorry, I'm managing the cables again. Out, and then I need to put... So one into the second envelope generator. So now I'm getting that. Let's take the chance down a bit. There you go. Now then, the clock now then. It will select, that's not long enough, it will select a different potentiometer on pressure points. That's the idea. So, I don't know whether you can see that. You're just going off my latest release on, well, not release, for the assemblage. That was a little bit darker. I mean, I can do, yeah. I've got dark stuff as well, but I do happy stuff, or I did do. I try to stay away from happy stuff now. But yeah, I was the master of C major, definitely. Where was I? Yes. Let's tune up. And to tune, let's turn that down a bit. Getting on my nerves. My goodness, man. Need to tune this. Yeah, okay. So the idea now is, and I do need an input into there actually at some point. Let's go into that second IVO. So out of there, we'll go into the second IVO, the right input, not the wrong one. And then we'll, do we need a, let's try not bothering with a, I'm not going to bother with a VCA for this one. I'm just going to use the, so what I need to do now is take, that be long enough? Gate, output, might just make it, oh yeah, easily. So why isn't that opening it enough? Is it because of the decay? Right, now I want to take the CV out of pressure points into the volt per octave. And this is where pressure points is a little bit of a pain because there's no quantization going on here, and I could run these into a quantizer first, but I'm going to tune it. Morning, Martin. Hope I've not missed anybody. Let's turn that up a little bit. So I'm going to go into a VCA. So let's take the second envelope out. And the reason for the second VCA is it's just not opening the filter enough for me. So I want to go out of the VCA there. We'll put that in to audio in. Audio in is full up, and we just need a second output because these dope for ADSR envelope generators have got two outputs plus an inverse, so that needs to go into, what am I doing? Oh yeah, yeah. That sounds terrible. So why is it not? I need to adjust just thinking to myself here now, hold on a second. So, oh, I've got to tune these now, haven't I? Yeah, so what I was saying about, and these are full range pots. So what I sometimes do is I bung these into a passive attenuator just to reduce the range. But let's try and tune them in. So, that's sweet, isn't it? Let's take it up an octave. Let's change the length. See if we can get it to sit in between the notes. Oh no, is it the delay? It's the delay, isn't it? On chance delay. More happiness there. You alright, Erwin? Are you managing with all this happy stuff? If you want to send me a link, an invite on Discord, you can do, obviously. I don't mind chatting to people on Discord. I think you can just search for Synchrotron. It should come up. I think. So, you know, yeah, I'm not getting the hang of this chance delay. It's the delay is like the offset of the notes, and I can't dial it in at all for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, whatever. I could play with that for hours, obviously, while I'm trying to dial sounds in. Let's throw some CV around. So I've got some CV in that one. Sorry, LFO into there. Let's put some LFO into this second Ivo here. Just to open it up over time. Cutie little thing, isn't it? Cutie little thing. And so, mention the switching sequencer or sequential switch. The pressure points has 3 rows of 4 potentiometers, and basically this outlet here, each one of these outlets represents, so whatever volume, or sorry, whatever level that each one of these is set at, it comes out of this, the corresponding output. So what you do is you put each of these outputs into the sequential switch. Use the sequential switch to basically step through each of these outputs, so you end up with an 8. So instead of it just being a 4-track sequencer, it can be an 8 or 12 note sequencer. Did I say track? I meant notes. So yeah, 4 notes, whatever. Now, another thing you can do as well with this, so at the moment it's just going the same direction in those that sequence of notes. I can put an LFO onto the direction and it will change direction. So now you've got like a pseudo random note selection going on. And then you've got obviously the chance delay is altering the, so instead of being a solid clock, I don't know, that delay is not working for me. I need to suss that out, as I keep saying. Now, I'm gonna put a LFO on the chance. Actually, which one shall I use? Let's take this one here. I think that'll reach. No, it won't. Longer one. So chance CV input. So it doesn't play anything. Oh, right, okay. That's interesting. So that's playing nothing at all. Is it? That's just too... Oh, there you go. Of course, what I'm not too sure about is I'm putting LFO into the chance amount. I've just turned it down to nothing, and now truly it is giving us nothing. So maybe that needs to be up on 100%. But even then, it's not. Okay. Excuse me. So let's attenuate the amount of LFO, the depth of the LFO. I could use one of these, couldn't I? Well, it's the... What, reach across? No. So this should alter the range. if I just take that down a bit. Maybe I should use the offset attenuverter. Let's use that then. Let's go into there. Because I can, as well as changing the range, I can change the depth as well. Not the depth. The depth and the range are the same. I can change the offset. That's the word I was looking for. It says there offset. So okay, Elias, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with this goddamn infernal racket. Oh my goodness. Let's bring the West Pest in. I'm not entirely sure this has been a success today yet, to be honest with you. I don't think that's tuned in very well, is it? Let's put, and we'll tune that up. Let's turn these others down a second. Thank goodness for that, I hear you saying. Why isn't it holding? Come on. Play ball. Output, yeah. Hold is on. Release is up. So, oh sorry, yeah. It's not the release, it's the sustain, you wallet. What a plonker. Need to tune it. Let's choose a different wave. There you go. More jolly stuff. Yay! Alex! Hello! Well, what can I say? Where are we? Let's have a recap. Total madness. So, welcome, Alex. Yeah. So, I'll tell Alex this, and then it can be a recap for whoever else tunes in at whatever point. Yeah. There's quite a patch going on now. I've used quite a few cables, and it started off wanting to use the Harmony, which is a quantizer which from one CV input will generate up to 4 CV outputs, and are generally tuned to the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. And I've got Metropolis bunging the single CV notes into Harmony, which then sends 3 separate pitch voltages to my 3 oscillators of choice for this Harmony thingy. Just 2 distinct Mark 3s and a distinct Mark 4 sawtooth output, basically. Each one of those goes into its own separate filter. I've got LFO on the various filters, so if I turn this up actually, so that's what you can hear there. I've just altered the cut-off levels, so that's effectively, because I've got LFOs on the filters, that's bringing those notes kind of in and out a little bit, if you know what I mean. So that's that one. Kind of musical little happy ditty going on. And then I've got Lorelei being controlled by just one line of pressure points, which is, with brains, it's behaving like a little 4-track sequencer. Maybe I should have. Oh, there you go. That's a bit nice. That's nice. Output from Lorelei goes into one of the Ivo filters, and then the output of that into another VCA. I should have mentioned there's a VCA on the other one as well. So, and then I'm using this top row basically here, so they've been tuned as best as I could to give me those notes, which hopefully complement. Maybe they need to be opened up a little bit more, thinking about it. Yeah, something's out of tune there, isn't there? Actually, thinking about it, I was going to. You can. I could have tuned. I could have used the tuner on those pots to give it the right notes, but anyway. And then on top of that, I've got a lead thing going on. I say a lead thing, it's just a simple gate and volts per octave out from the key step. Something's not sounding too right. I know the distings are definitely in tune. So maybe it's the brains. I tell you what, let's just take a little bit of a break. I'll take the clock out of brains, so now the sequencer isn't driving. And I'll open up the filter. I can step through these notes now, so he says, there you go. So that should be 0 voltage coming out of there. So let me retune Lorelei. Okay, go to the next step. See, this is where, so pressure points, you're supposed to be able to select with your finger each of these steps. And believe me, I've sent him an email and it just didn't go well at all. Basically, once this has been on for a while, pressure points just stops behaving. So where am I? Should be on. So I've done that one. So that's C4 or C. That should be an octave. Why isn't the tuner working on that? I know what I'm going to do. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to take the... Where am I? Input. Oh, it's not that one there, is it? It's... See, I'm getting all mixed up now. I'm getting all confused. There you go. So let's take that out of there and we'll take... in fact, let's put that back in a sec. Is what I could have done was audio in. There you go. Sorry. There you go. Whoa. Friggin' bagpipes. Just so, as I said earlier, I really need, sometimes I send the output from pressure points into a passive attenuator to reduce the range, because it's just so fine-tuned. Let's go to the next one. So annoying. So what's that? That's G3, so let's take that up a little bit. Next one, or last one. Come on. I wouldn't. Oh, I know what. I remember doing this now. I would. What I would do is I'd put a lead into the clock, and then hopefully, no, it's not working, is it? Oh my goodness. Got there eventually. Right. Alright, okay, so that is supposedly in tune. Let's put that into, or back into the VCA audio in. I can put that out back into there, he says. I then need to put the CV back into, what's the volt per octave? Oh yeah, of course. It's sending the trigger. It's not dry. Ah, that's it, yeah. See, I told you I get mixed up. Whatever. Wow, it's in tune. Apologies to everyone who's tuned in up to this point and gone, what the hell's this crap? I'm just looking for, want to change the extent, well it's here isn't it, the delay. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's put an LFO onto the shape. Of Lorelei. There you go. So, what am I up to? Oh, Christian. Hiya, Christian. Oh my goodness. Well, so I'm actually in tune now. So it was brains. It was basically not brains, pressure points. It was them damn pots on pressure points. Right, okay. And then happy tunes. What's going on there? I'm gonna sit down now because my legs are killing. How long have I been going? 2 hours. It's took 2 hours to get to this. Oh my word. Hey. uh, what if we made this a performance? Hey. Peace. Peace and quiet. I'll wait for the chat to respond to the peace and quiet. So anyway, has anyone noticed anything about the chat today? Tell me. Actually, no, but I don't touch that. Yeah, so I changed something on the chat with help from Grace, because she managed to get rid of that annoying little heart thing, the reaction thing, and it's gone. Yeah, peace and quiet in Palestine. Yeah, though, Jesus, we're all here having fun, making happy notes. Yeah, thanks for that. Bringing us back to earth with a bump there, Klaus. But yeah. So I've got rid of the. There's a setting in YouTube to. You can disable reactions, live reactions, which is what that is. But what I had to do was, because now the way I've set up YouTube and OBS together is that I always create my live streams in OBS. And run them from there. So what I did this morning was I created but didn't select the stream in OBS. Then I went into YouTube Studio and then edited the stream so that I turned off the option for the live reactions. So yeah, the big heart. Yeah. I mean, did you like it, or should I have left it on? For me, it was just when ever since I first saw it, I thought, "What's this? I've got to wait for somebody else to type something before I can read that last message," because that heart was in the way of some of the longer chats. If it was just a small, bit of text, then yeah, fine. What heart? All right, so someone tell Klaus M what that heart was. please. I suppose, could I show you on my screen? Well, so in that camera view now, the heart the heart that was at the bottom, left bottom right of the chat, there was a heart there, wasn't there? And it was, instead of putting it in some place where, away from the actual chat itself, it was getting in the way of that last line of chat. So yeah, anyway, I've got rid of it. I suppose I could put it back on, but I don't know. What I don't know, and I don't even want to try it. I think once you've set it up for the stream, that's it. I'm pretty sure that you can't then go and change it on the fly. But I mean, why would I want to do that? Anyway, so could I turn this into a jam? Cheers, Christian. Thanks. What the chuffing hell was that? Yeah. Um, hmm. Quite like the West Pest for that sort of thing, actually, doing a bit of lead. My messages keep disappearing. Yeah, there seems to be some bugs on the chat, Dave. I mean, there is that bug where if you put a smiley face after a chat, after a message, so you type you type your text and then put a smiley face at the end, that would just leave the smiley face and remove the message. But I've not seen that happen. So I can see, Dave, on the chat that you've retracted messages, but are they messages that you've not actually retracted? So YouTube's done that. I mean, it's nothing that I've done. There's no settings as far as I'm. Yeah, so that is an old. I say old. That's been going on for some time. That's been going on for at least a year. So you know, yeah. So sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. You've got to select the icons, the emojis, sorry, that come up when you start typing your colon hyphen close bracket for your smile. Yeah. So sometimes, yeah. All right, okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah, so you retracted those, yeah. So I don't know then. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just a bug, and it doesn't always do it. I don't know what it is. Is this generative? What? So which bit, Klaus M? Which bit is generative? There's nothing really generative here. I guess. This 4-note sequence, which goes up and down, it changes direction because I've got an LFO on the DIR input, direction input. So I need a close-up camera. Tell you what, let's turn this light off a sec. You can't. Let's see if you can see it on the other camera when that comes on. Come on, other camera. No, I need an overhead camera, don't I? I like that light. Yeah, probably a good option that, Steve, to put a space or a couple of spaces. Well, yeah. So, like I say, it's not generative really. Let's change the decay on this. It's the state is your look, but not the state is your sound. You say the nicest things, Sheila. I tell you, my keyboard skills are a little bit lacking. I wish I could really do these a little bit. You know, I keep hitting duff notes. Probably why I just stick to the white notes, really. All right, Kev. Yeah, thanks for staying so long. You're the star. Did I keep the wobbly camera on? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's so. Yeah, I mean, ooh, the Nikon just isn't coping at all with the low light. At all. I might need to up the what's the names? The ISO. Yeah. All right, Steve. Yeah, thanks for confirming that. Yeah. Let's try a different oscillator selection on which one is it now? Oswave, sorry, yeah, it's that one. Let's try another one. So that's sine and saw wave together. Hi Chris, welcome back. Chris or Christian, what do you prefer? There he is. Well, how long are we on now? Yeah, 2.5 hours. I mean, I'm doing this jam now. This is just so far removed from what I do at the moment. I can't use this. But it was interesting, and it was pretty, wasn't it? Got a bit of the pitch bend there. Tell me when to stop. Let's try a different timbre. Oh, cramp in my hands. Stop it. Hiya, Mike. It's Mike from the unofficial Reaper Discord. Another great community. No drums today, I'm afraid, Mike. Yeah, it took so long to get here. I mean, how long have we been doing this? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wow. 2 hours and 40 minutes. And we have what? We've got the West Pest in a bit of bass drone at the moment. Bass pedal, if you like. So that's elements or elephants. Yeah, it's infinite amount of cups on YouTube. You can't drink it like. Pixie Furry Fluffy. Definitely Pixie Furry Fluffy just about covers it there, I think, Elias. Bit of nonsense there. Oh, there was a lot of switchboard action, Mike. There was a lot of switch. I don't think you'd have liked it. Kudos to everyone who's carried on listening. Get away, Tony. No nonsense coming from your channel, dude. Let's get the West Pest in a bit of lead. Let's go up a couple of octaves. Bit of glide on there. I mean, it's not a bad little box, this, is it? Let's just turn the sustain down a bit. Yeah, while you've asked the question there, Mike, yeah. This is, it's called the West Pest. Oh, it's... Oh, there you go. West, that's camera. West Pest because it's kind of based on West Coast synthesis, like Don Buchla sort of stuff. So you've got a wave folder. Let's turn the volume up on this. Well, bring the sustain up. Now let's just select sine wave. So with no wave folder, and sorry, no, Mike, it's not a controller. No, it has a little keyboard, but it's not like a MIDI controller or anything. It's just a semi-modular synthesizer. So you've got monophonic as well, and it's analog. So you've got some patch points here, so I could take some stuff out of my big modular, plug it into here if I wish, or you can do internal patching. So at the moment you can hear it changing, that sort of like, because if I turn the LFO up, speed. Yeah. So that's with the fold mod. Yeah. There you go. But the wavefold, if I turn that right down, so there's no fold mod. So basically with a sine wave, that's folding the wave. So, I mean, so what it's doing is, and somebody got a cable out to explain this, and it kind of works, I suppose. So if that's your... Oops. What camera are you on? This one over here. It'll change in a minute. So if that's your... Let's tell you what, let's just turn that off a second. So it's F10. And we go to... that one. Yeah. So, if that's your... not with this, you can see that very well. Probably on the table. So if that's your sine wave like that, just the top half of it, what your wave folder does is it folds, it basically, I think it must increase the level, or maybe it doesn't, but basically what it does is it folds the top of the wave back in on itself. So that it starts going like that sort of thing, and you get that doubling of frequency. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's have a Reaper moment. Because we can throw an oscilloscope. Hold on, I should live stream. All right, okay. Oops. Gone for self-walkies. So if I put an oscilloscope on here, you still here, Mike? Where are my tools? Oscilloscope. Normalize it. When you say just gone, what do you mean? Hold on a sec. I should live stream. Searching the studio for... Oh, rough. Oh, is this you? Oh, wait a minute. Ruffio. That's your spider, isn't it? I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Find Ruffio. Right, so... it's not quite a sine wave, but it's close enough to a sine wave to sort of demonstrate what this wave folder does. So if I start to increase the wave folder amount, you can see how it turns the waveform in on itself. Like that. So that's like one wavefold. I think this is up to 6. So that's 1. It's hard to sort of tell what they are, because it's not a pure sine wave either. I don't know why it's just suddenly gone. I mean, that's almost a sine wave again, isn't it? But actually, if I bring up span as well, that'll give you an idea. So we kind of don't need the tuner, but it's there, isn't it? So that's no wavefold. Oh, actually, yeah, I should have turned off the reverb, because that's not helping. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, so that's as you can see, although it's a sine wave that I've chosen, it's not strictly speaking a sine wave, because there are a couple of harmonics there. So there's a harmonic or a partial at an octave above, and then you've got a fifth above that, and then another octave, and so on. then that should be a fourth, actually, shouldn't it? And then a fifth, and then that would be an octave there, which you can, oh no, it's yeah, nearly an octave, I guess. But anyway, so as I say, it's not quite a sine wave, but if I then increase the wavefold, now that you can see both the oscilloscope and the span. So what the wavefolder does is it brings in more harmonics effectively. So from a simple sine wave, you get this rich tone, this rich timbre, and that's basically the main ethos of West Coast. The other West Coast thing is, because this is on hold at the moment, so if I just turn off hold, there you go. And this is the difference between this and the rest of the modular. This oscillator only plays a note when you either put it into hold mode or you. But let's go back to that one there. Yeah. So I've turned off hold. Let's turn glide off. So what you've got instead of, actually I just noticed I had the sustain up as well, which probably didn't help, did it? Anyway, it's done now. Yeah, so morning Matthew. Yeah, I had the resonance up a little bit, so that probably wouldn't have helped with the shape of the sine wave. But anyway, so then you've got this what's called they call it a dynamics controller. It's basically a low pass gate. So instead of for instance, instead of having like an envelope generator and a filter, where you would use the envelope generator perhaps to open the cutoff level of the filter, what the low pass gate does is it takes a ping CV, if you like, a gate, a very, very short gate generally, and it opens up the low pass gate. What I don't know about this, it's a slight variation. It's not a pure Don Buchla like a Vactrol low pass gate thing. A Vactrol being a combination of an LED light source and a light sensitive resistor. So when the light, when voltage goes into the LED, it turns on the LED, and that opens up. I've tried to explain this before, and I'm terrible. That reduces the resistance in the resistor, which allows then sound to pass through, basically. So if you can imagine that, ping, that's the difference. So let's turn sustain right down. Release upward. Yeah, so with no release and no sustain, you just get a click. Increase the release. Yeah. Bring the sustain up. And this is where, right, so this is the difference really. You don't really have if I remember rightly, you don't have a sustain. I mean, maybe there is a sustain, thinking about it, on say if you used a Buchla or something. But I know the low pass gates that I've made a few low pass gates that I've got in my system. There's no sustain. For it to sustain, you've got to maintain your gate length. And I think maybe that is the same. I don't know, because that is your gate. So this is just an example of me talking out my backside. But you know, I think that kind of explains a little bit about what West Coast is. And so Let's put the reverb back on. Can't beat a bit of reverb, can you? And so, yeah, the rest of this thing then is you've got a bit of menu diving to do, and it's got a much maligned 4-bit indicator here. So there's 4 LEDs, and when you get into sort of like the menus of like MIDI setup and stuff like that, you've got to understand what these LEDs mean. So it's like it's just a 4-bit display basically. Dark is 0 and light is 1. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, look at the time now. Oh no, we've got a little bit, haven't we? So I normally finish at 1, don't I? If I can join Ramses, I will certainly join. But otherwise, I'll catch you later, Keith. Thanks for tuning in. Oh right, okay. So yeah, Mike, I don't know if you're still here or not, but yeah. So it comes with a little keyboard, complete with, you know, your white notes and your black notes from C to C. Just a 1-octave keyboard. You've got an octave range. There you go. So, and all I was doing before was I would have sustain up, put hold on, and that allows me to go into sort of like a drone mode. Bit of glide on. Bit more wavefold. Put the wavefold mod on it, just to get a bit of change. Is that a tune? It's not gone out of tune a bit, hasn't it? But you know what? I've gone over my 3 hours, haven't I? It was kind of fun, but it was a struggle at the start, wasn't it? Hiya, Milo. Yeah. Bit of a struggle at the start. I need to... So, I mean, the takeaway from this particular live stream is I need to RTFM more on Harmonic. Probably just swat up a little bit more on brains and pressure points. I'd start to use these with the sequential switch, the ADAC sequential switch thingy. Yeah, I've got to bring those, because these were my sort of like, this bottom row here was my so-called performance part. Although this is just terrible. This pressure points doesn't work as a pressure points, unfortunately. Yeah, so definitely need to bring those more into it, and maybe I need to probably, this, because there's so much, and this is typical of Modular. You've got so much stuff, and you don't use all of it all the time. But having it means that you've got those options to use like a different filter or a group of filters or like different types of gates. Like I've got my voltage controlled ADSR gate, which again I should use this more. This is a great little thing for having evolving sequences with different decay, like it's changing decay time. The decay time changes over time, and then there's the complex envelope generator, another very very little used, but I need to um, rediscover this little gem of a thing at some point. Yeah, so much. There's so much stuff I've got to try and get my head around. And so at this point, I'm going to say thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'm going to say ta-ta till next time. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it. Amazing. You amazing people. I'm moving that over ready to put me. I've got to put me. Because when I go on to what I do now is I'll go to the outro screen and I've got to quickly go to my. I'll put the keyboard on that now because I like to say ta-ra in the chat. Let's get the keyboard on my Surface. And I suppose, I'll tell you what, because I've had the blinds closed, and the reason for that is I wanted to have a look, see what my lights were like on these cameras. If I open the blind now and let some light into the studio. Yay! Okay, yeah, thank you very much, and I'll let you all get on with your day. And I'll get on with mine. Let's go to the outro screen. Cheers.